Hey, what is going on, guys? So, as I promised, if you've been watching my streams for a while, I did say that we would eventually be going into, we'd be changing up the kind of, uh, not format necessarily of the live streams, but maybe a little bit of what we're going to be doing in here. Um, so basically, my aim with like this series of live streams has been to like make an experimental hip hop project, kind of from start to finish, from scratch. And I've gotten to a place now in the project after streaming for a while where I've got enough beats right now to where I'm happy to like go forward into the writing stage of the creation process. Now that doesn't mean I have all the beats locked down. I know for sure, 100% that three of the beats that I've got are going to be used on this project. But other than that, the rest is up in the air. I still don't know how many tracks are going to be on the project. And I don't know which other beats I'm going to use. But like I said, I have three beats completely completely locked in, and I know for sure that they're gonna appear on the project. This is one of them. So yeah, we're gonna just I'm gonna go today and just kind of I guess I'm just gonna be doing what I do, like how this is just how I write music, you know. So basically I'm just gonna be doing that live today, kind of give people an idea of like a little bit of my process, I guess. I got my trusty notebook right here. I've never been the type of person that writes lyrics on my phone or anything like that. I've never done that. I'm always a pen and paper type kind of person. Even when I did like, even when I did like anything, even if I do like a project or something like that, say like I'm writing an essay, I'll always kind of write it out before I type it. I don't know why. It's for some reason I just like mentally like and kind of physically can't feel as close to whatever I'm doing if I'm like typing it. You know what I mean? I don't know why. It's like that for me. I love to like have a piece of paper and write on there, and it helps me like express myself better when I do it like that. I don't know why. Like I said, but that's just the way I've always been. So yeah, like I said, I got the notebook. And I promise I'll be a little more talkative in a second. I am just sharing the link. Going to go grab something real quick from downstairs too. But yeah, this song right here, this track, if you didn't read it in the title, the code name is Trees. Now, like I said, that's not necessarily going to be the name of the finished song, but that's what I named it as in my you know, when I saved it in the DAW. A lot of these songs so far have just been titled by like the name of one of the samples out of the beat, for example. I'll just kind of take that and like save that as the title. I haven't put like too much thought into the titles yet, but I feel like that's better doing that once like the song's finished and I actually know what it's about and everything like that, of course. Alright, I just wanted to make sure my volumes were okay, and like I said, I'm gonna go grab something from downstairs, so I'll be back in a second. Give me just a second. I am back. All right, I just wanted to go. I just wanted to go make sure that my door was locked and stuff like that. So it's all good. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say before I kind of get started with writing. And this is the thing too. You know, it always doesn't just come straight away. Sometimes I've got to be just you know, sort of chilling with the beat playing and stuff like that for a while before I kind of get any inspiration or ideas. I guess I can talk a little bit about like my choices. Obviously I've produced every beat. I'm producing every beat on this project. So it took me a little while to kind of come up with a sort of a sound, or like an overall kind of sound or a style that I felt was cool for the project, but also like suited my my writing and beats that like I felt could like bring out the best in my work. Because I feel like I want this project to be like really close to me. I'm really taking my time with it more than any other like music project that I've ever done. And yeah, I want it to be really introspective. I want the lyrics to like mean something to me. I don't want to just like, I could write bars all day. Like if they're just if my only assignment is to rhyme, then I could do that shit all day, you know what I mean, in all different kind of flows and stuff like that. But I really want to take more of a professional kind of approach to this project, and really have it be more kind of like thematic, even though it's experimental, and I can kind of deviate wherever I see fit. I still want the songs to have meaning, and I still want it to, like, you know what I mean? Like, the songs are gonna be about something. I'm not just gonna rhyme words and have it not mean anything, you know? I've done that quite a lot. I feel like there's been certain songs of mine that, like, I don't listen to my older music really. There's like maybe one or two tracks that I'll go back on and be like, alright, that was pretty cool. Or like, sometimes I even think like, damn, what was I like? How did I come up with that? I wonder, how did I write that? Like, what was I, you know, where was I mentally to come up with some of the lyrics and stuff like that? Not in a bad way, like in a good way. I'll think about some of my songs like that. But yeah, this project, like I said in particular, I want this project to really like be meaningful for me, you know, and I want every track to have like a meaning behind it, and I want the lyrics to mean something, you know, more so than ever. So I'm really just taking, like I said, I'm really just taking my time and trying to come up with the best stuff that I can. But I feel like this song maybe could be a song about. See, I have one of the tracks I have already. I'm kind of seeing this like project as like, I want it to like be, like I said, I want it to be really introspective, but I almost kind of see it as like if I was going to therapy, like what would I tell a therapist kind of thing, or and even more so than that, I feel like I wanted to maybe have stuff in it that I never feel really comfortable like telling anyone, you know what I mean? Like I want it to like be really personal to me, and I feel as if like there is stuff that I feel like maybe uncomfortable even sharing and expressing, that I might, you know, go ahead and put that in there, you know, and really just kind of delve as like deeply as I can in an introspective way, and really just spill out how I'm feeling, but to still do that in an entertaining and like you know, thematic kind of way over these sort of little bit trippy experimental beats. You know, I don't want this to sound like every other record. I don't want it to sound like any other record. I want it to be its own. I want it to stand on its own, you know. I'm not saying that I'm gonna create the most original work of art ever or anything like that, but I'm certainly gonna try my best to do what I can and put a lot of effort into this, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me grab my headphones right here and listen to the beat a little bit. See if I can maybe. Oh, but what I was saying is maybe I think maybe this song might be about like you know, maybe thoughts and regrets that I have about different parts of my life, and really kind of finding out, or really kind of trying and thinking about how I can like move past and move forward, you know. Like I said, that might not be the final product. It might change as we're going along, but that's sort of my first thoughts when I listen to this like beat right here. It kind of, it like brings, it feels quite emotional to me, this beat, you know. I also have another pretty cool track that I'm working on the project that's about like dreams that we have, but not just in like a sort of standard way where it's like, yeah, follow our dreams and we'll get there. It's more of like a, I guess it's more of a what is that called? Like, it's not positive, it's like it's not negative either. It's like a more pessimistic sort of view, a little bit of like our dreams, and how when we're younger we have so many like dreams of what we want to do and how we want to change the world. But I've kind of gotten to an age now where I feel like the world in a lot of ways has like beaten me down and crushed me, and it's kind of like killed a lot of my dreams, you know what I mean? And so I'm doing a track about that too, kind of our dreams dying, even though, and even as like messed up as that sounds, like I'm trying to add a little bit of positivity into the track by saying, you know, like maybe we shouldn't allow that to happen, you know. But yeah, so that's kind of what another one of the songs is about. But for this one, yeah, I feel like this might be about like regrets, or like it can be like pain too, you know, overthinking. Thinking is about everything. See, that's how I kind of get into the groove of be talking like this. Like, obviously, I won't. Normally, I'm just like having these conversations in my mind about the tracks, but I'll say like a word or a phrase or something, and then it'll maybe like spark like a idea for a lyric, you know. And that's kind of what just what happened. I got maybe the first line of it right here. It's like overthinking just about everything. And then of course we got to work on the flow and the delivery and all that of it too, but we can kind of workshop that as we're going, as we get more written. And then I'll sort of like repeat the line that I've written to myself, and then a lot of the times the next line will come up by me doing that, by something that feels natural or some connective tissue to that. So yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. There's nothing too like fancy about it, you know what I mean? It's just this is the process, and this is how I get my inspiration. Overthinking just about everything, awake at night, kind of thing, something like that, you know what I mean? Like, overthinking just about everything, awake all night, kind of thing. And then I'll maybe like even change a word or two here or there to see if it fits better. So like awake all night, I'll be thinking maybe, I think awake at night like rolls off the tongue a little better. So let's try it. Overthinking just about everything, awake all night. Overthinking just about everything, awake at night. Good thing. See, it's like the delivery of it is like a little more clear cut, you know, than. So I think about things like that too, and just like I'll delete words, I'll add words, I'll like change words, and just fit it around like that, you know. Just about everything, a brain on fire, everything, waking night, all the time. About everything, my brain. Thinking just about everything, awake at night, and all the same. Overthinking just about everything, awake at night, and all the things. And then sometimes I'll start humming out like, and just like complete gibberish, but it'll give me like an idea of like a flow, you know, or a pattern that I want to use. So in case you hear me like speaking in tongues, that's what I'm doing, you know. Overthinking just about everything, awake at night, I know my name, I'm out in the city, I'm out in the morning, I'm winning again, and I'm everything, down and in and off that thing, lost bending on that thing, I'm on it up thing, everything, awake at night, and up in there. I don't think I want to use awake at night as the second line, though. I might put that a few lines down. Overthinking just about everything, overthinking just about everything. Overthinking just about everything. So many regrets, so many entertain. I'm out in the morning. Thinking just about everything. Overthinking just about everything, so much regrets in life. Thinking just about everything, got so many regrets in all mine. See, I don't know if I don't want to come in like going real fast as soon as it starts either. Overthinking just about everything, understanding on everything. Thinking just about everything, understanding on everything. Overthinking just about everything, awake at night with everything. Thinking just about everything. Just about everything, awake at night with everything. Thinking just about everything, awake at night with everything. Just about everything, awake at night to resent things. Just about anything, like awake at night and resent things. So I might add a lay in front of the awake. Let's see. Overthinking just about anything, lay awake at night with the resentful things. Thinking about anything, lay awake at night with the resentful things. Thinking about anything, lay awake at night with the resentful things. And sometimes that'll even happen too, like I'll be like thinking of like the lyric, but then the line after or the rhymes after, like a couple lines come to me, and then I'll go back and like do the sentences before. It doesn't always come out in order, you know. Overthinking just about anything, lay awake at night with the resent things. No, it's coming and I never change it, or else sending up in these arrangements. I'm coming and I never change it. Story of my life ain't no different pages. Story of my life, there's only never change the story of my life in many pages. So many pages though. See, I kind of have an idea here for like, I'm like, something comes and then I never change it. The story of my life got so many pages, but what I'm trying to say is, like, no matter how many times I kind of need to learn the same lesson, I don't change my behavior. So what I'm thinking of in my head is like, the story of my life got so many pages, but it's the writing is all the same. It's like Jack from The Overlook, and he's just writing the same shit on every page, like, all work, no play makes Jack a dull boy, like, over and over. So the story of my life does have a lot of pages, but it's always saying the same shit. Did I just write that and not even know it? Did I just come up with a line and not even know it? Story of my life got so many pages, but every single one of them, it says the same shit. Never changes. Story of my life got so many pages, every single one of them, and it says the same shit. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Yeah. I'm gonna even put the reference in there and shit just straight up like that, instead of coming up with like a sort of like a metaphor or a simile. I'm gonna just put the line from the movie. Only instead of makes Jack a dull boy, I will write makes Slick a dull boy. Never changed it. Story of my life got so many pages, a single one of them, and it says the same shit. All work and no play makes Slick a dull boy. All work and no play makes Slick a dull boy. All work and no play makes Slick a dull boy. Every single one of them, it says the same shit. No work and no play makes Slick a dull boy. All work and no play makes Slick a dull boy. I don't want to deal with it of them neither. I don't want to deal with it of them neither. Need a breather. Go out to see. Wanna see. I don't want to deal with it of them neither. Need a breather. If you know, I'm not in the top of the deal. I don't want to deal with it of them neither. Makes Slick a dull boy. I don't want to deal with it, them neither. Need a breather. Come on, receiver. Them neither. Need a breather. I don't want to deal with it, them neither. Need a breather. But I'm feeling like a wide receiver and I'm on the thing, but I'm on the team. La la. Late at night with simple things, much and never change it. Story of my life got so many pages. Say single one of them, it says the same shit. All work and no play makes Slick a dull boy. All work and no play makes Slick a dull boy. I don't want to deal with it of them neither. Need a breather. Cause I feel it's like a wide receiver and I'm on the leave and I'm underneath now. I don't want to deal with it of them neither. Need a breather. Cause I feel it's like a wide receiver and around his knee. Yeah. All work and no play makes Slick a dull boy. simple things. Said I do so much and I never change it. Story of my life got so many pages. A single one of them it says the same shit. A single one of them it says the same shit. Said I do so many things. Said I do so much and I never change it. Story of my life and it never is. Every single one of them it says the same shit. It says the same shit. Every single one of them it says the same shit. All work and no play makes slick a dull boy. All work and no play makes slick a dull boy. I don't want to deal with it or them neither. Cause I'm feeling like a wild receiver and an on and leaving and no. Cause I'm feeling like a wild receiver and an on and Steven. Overthinking just everything. Waking night, simple things. Said I do so much and I never change it. Story of my life got so many pages. Say a single one of them it says the same shit. Story of my life got so many pages. Say a single one of them it says the same shit. All work and no play makes slick a dull boy. All work and no play makes slick a dull boy. I don't want to deal with it or them neither. Need a breather. Cause the feeling's like a wild receiver and an all deceiving. And I was deceived when the dope was sleeping. Feels like a wide receiver and I was deceived with a dose of sleeping. By the sun that they call people. And it really isn't all people, just the wrong people. When it really isn't the wrong people, just the wrong people. And it really isn't all people, just the wrong people. Oh, Steve. All people, just the wrong people. Oh, Steve. And it really isn't all people, just the wrong people, just the. Cause I'm feeling like a wild received that I'm receiving. Yeah, Say, I don't want to deal with it or them neither. Need a breather. Cause the feeling's like a wide receiver and I was deceived with a dose is lethal. And it really isn't all people, just the wrong people in the storm. Alright, I kind of like that. So yeah, let me give my eardrums a little break for a few seconds. Because when I listen to the beat like over like a million times like that, sometimes it's just good to get like a minute of silence to like reconnect my thoughts. But yeah, I feel like that verse is going pretty cool so far. Obviously this may not be like the final, any one of the final verses that I use, you know, all of this is like subject to change, but yup, ear care for sure, for sure. And I already got myself, I used to like record so much music back in the day and like listen to my music so loud that I actually have tinnitus now, which is a bitch. It like really sucks. You don't want to get that. Um, so yeah, I think ear care shouldn't have escaped me in earlier years, but it did, unfortunately, and I'm paying for it now, you know. But yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Good to see you though. Thanks for stopping by and checking out my stream. I don't know how these streams are gonna go. You know, these are the new. I'm starting the stage now where I'm like writing to like the songs that I'm writing like lyrics and bars to the songs that I've made. So this is my first one doing it. Um, like writing on the live stream. So I don't know how it's gonna go. It might be like watching paint dry, or I don't know. I'll see if people like it or not, and then I'll maybe like see if I should continue it. But we'll see what's happening anyway. I got the Colonel to keep me company, so all is good. Got some cherry Pepsi, one of my favorite drinks. One thing I'm glad though that the song is actually the song is actually coming out today. I was kind of worried in case I like started live streaming and then I just was having a day where I couldn't like write any bars. That doesn't normally like happen to me too much. Once I do start writing it, something will usually come out. Obviously it's not always like the best shit that I'm writing, but those are verses that get scrapped anyway. But I've been listening to this beat right here for a while and like trying to think of like what kind of direction I should take it in and stuff. And luckily today when I sat down with it to actually try to write to it, it just kind of started coming to me. So that's good. Thank you so much. You're great too. You're great too. I really appreciate that. Um, but yeah, I've had a pretty good day too. I hope you've had a good day yourself. I just got back from the movies. I was watching Alien Romulus. Do I have a Spotify? I think I have an old account on there. But once this project gets finished, I'm definitely going to work toward getting like a dedicated Spotify account for this project. So yeah, that's gonna be in the works too. That's why I was using like a lot of samples for like beats that I was doing before, like toward the start of the project. But I sort of like tried my best to kind of steer away from that because I do want to put it on Spotify at the end. I know like a bunch of people listen to their music through Spotify, you know, and if I use samples, I would be like stuck to having it just on YouTube, you know. So a lot of the beats that I'm picking now and a lot of the beats that I'm doing now don't have any like samples from other songs in them. It's just like original sounds and samples. So hopefully I can get that hooked up once the project's finished. And then if there is songs that I want to do with like samples of other artists, I'll probably just put those on a different project and put that shit on YouTube, but we'll see how it goes anyway. We will see how it goes. Yeah, this line that I wrote here, the one from The Shining, I really want to figure out a good way to like have that integrated into the verse. Royalty free. Yes, all royalty free samples. Da, 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 da. As far as I know, anyway, I hope. Nah, but yeah, I think the samples that I'm using should be okay. I'm like 99% sure they're all royalty free, so I should be fine. All work and no play makes slick a dull boy. I don't know if that rolls off the tongue too well, man, because I put like slick in there instead of Jack. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Because I gotta kind of say it fast. It sounds kind of weird. Unless I can find out a way to deliver that line while like saying it slower, so I can still use slick in there instead of Jack. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that line out. I'll say that line like 2 times in a row though, like one after the other. I do know that already. I'm gonna do that. Oh, that's my bodyguard right there. Don't worry about him. He's got your back too. He only looks threatening in case someone wants to mess around and find out, but he's all good. He's got his E11 over there holding it toward us, but yeah, that's my bodyguard right there, so it's all good. I used to have this poster hanging in like years back when I lived in my parents' house, and I put it on the outside of my door, of my room door, and it used to scare the shit out of my dad like every time he went upstairs. So I just left it there for jokes, and it kept scaring him. He kept thinking there was a person just standing at the top of the stairs. Exactly, exactly. See, he's pulling the likes out of people. Cause I feel it's like a wide receiver, and I was the C with a dose that's lethal, and it really wasn't all people, just the wrong people in the song. Disappointed like a rolling. Alright, I don't know if I'll leave this line in there or not. I'm trying to think if maybe that's too many movie references in the same verse, but yeah, you can never have enough movie references, I guess. I don't wanna deal with it of them neither. Need a breather. Caught the feelings like a wide receiver, and I was the seed with a dose that's lethal. And it really wasn't all people, just the raw people. Disappointing like a bad sequel. Mars steeple. I stand like a steeple. Stand like a And it really wasn't all people, just the wrong people. Disappointing like a bad sequel. Yeah, speaking of bad sequels, like I said, I just came back from seeing Alien Romulus. It wasn't too bad though. I didn't actually hate the movie. It's a lot better than Alien Covenant anyway. But there was a couple of choices that they made that I didn't like, but overall I think the movie was pretty cool. And it really isn't all people, just the wrong people. Disappointing like a bad sequel. Stand like a steeple. Wasn't all people, just the wrong People disappointed like a bad sequel. On the ground I stand like a bad stand like a steeple. Disappointed like a bad sequel. Feature on the ground like a bad sequel. On the ground I stand like a steeple. On the ground I stand like a steeple. Disappointed like a bad sequel. Disappointed like a bad sequel. Believe they was hitting but so see-through. On my ground like a people. Disappointed like a bad sequel. Believe they was rolling but so see-through. But it's so see-through. And it really isn't all people, just the wrong people. Disappointed like a bad sequel. Believe they was hitting but so see. Believe they was, but they so see-through. Believe they was hidden but they so. Believe they was hidden but they so see-through. Believe they was. Believe they was in the dark but it's so see-through. On my ground I stand like a steeple. How you think you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? What the thought of the song with? Disappointed like a bad sequel. Believe they was, but they get so see-through. On my ground I stand like a steeple. How you think you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? With it on them all, Believe they was in the dark, but they so see-through. Believe they was in the Trying to come up with a word for that's like, believe they was hidden but they so see-through, or like I believe they was in the dark but they so see-through, something like that. Thinking they was like hiding and like safe, but in actuality it's see, you can just see through. They see through, like they transparent. What's the opposite of transparent again? Believe they was shit, why is that word not coming to me right now? Believe they was solid. Opaque, yeah. Oh yeah, isn't that like the same as see-through though, rather than the opposite, or does opaque mean you can't see through it? That's a good word though. I like that. I wish opaque rhymed with like sequel and people and steeple. Damn it, that's a good word. Yo, that could work actually, cause I can rhyme it with they. Like believe they was opaque. Believe they was opaque, but they so see through. Yo, that's that shit, man. That's that shit. Yo, that's that shit. Well, that worked out well. Mm, mm. Thank you so much. And it really isn't all people, just the wrong people. Disappointed like a bad sequel. Believe they was opaque. Alright, I got it. Believe they was opaque, but they so see-through. Believe they was opaque, but they so. Believe they was opaque, but they so see-through. Believe they was opaque, but they so through. On my ground, I stand like a steeple. How you think you gonna be with a motherfucker that's called slick? And it really wasn't all people, just the wrong people. Disappointed like a bad sequel. Believe they opaque, but they so see-through. On my ground, I stand like a steeple. How you think you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? How you think you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? Bad sequel. Believe they was opaque, but they was a see-through. Disappointed like a bad sequel. Believe they opaque, but they so see-through. On my ground, I stand like. All right. Believe they opaque, but they so see-through. On my ground, I stand like. On my ground, I stand just like a steeple. How you think he gon' believe they was opaque, but they so see-through. On my ground, I stand like a steeple. Like a steeple. How you think he gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? All people, just the wrong people. Disappointing like a bad sequel. Disappointing like a bad sequel. Disappointing like a bad sequel. Believe they opaque, but they so see-through. On my. Alright. That's it. That's how we gonna. That's how we gonna do it. That shit's dope right there. That shit's cool. I like that. I just gotta work on the delivery of just like the on my ground I stand like a steeple. That's an easy enough line to deliver. I'm just tripping when it's coming to it for some reason. But that's cool. How you think you gonna be slick? And then I'll change the flow when it comes to that line, like to the after like on my ground I stand like a steeple, and then I'll change the flow after that to like for those next lines, starting with how you think you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick. How you think you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? You really think you had your calls linked, but it don't been them all, Nick. How you think you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? All right, that's cool. And see, for this project too, like I'm not formatting this project at all like a hip hop project in terms of like I'm not doing like 16 bar verses and then a hook and then another 16 bar. I'm not doing that at all. Um I'm like trying to disconnect myself from like formatting songs like that, and I'm just doing it literally by like how I feel, you know, and laying out songs. Some of them might have a hook, some of them might not. Some of them might be one verse, some of them might be a really long verse and that's it. Some of them might be part of a verse and then me just like trying to sing or some shit. I don't know, but my point is I don't want to format it like a regular hip hop project, you know. I just don't want that kind of structure for it at all. I feel like as if not that it's like too constraining for me, but I feel like this project I just don't want it to be like that. I just don't want it to be formatted like that. For some reason, I used to find it like super easy to write hooks. Maybe just because I was like writing so many of them before. It just became like a second nature to me to write a hook in like a couple minutes. But for some reason on this project, when I'm like listening back to the beats and I'm like going through it and I'm like thinking about the themes of everything, you know, hooks are not coming to me for these songs like at all. It's weird. Yeah, exactly. Experimental. So that's good. That ties into like what I'm aiming for anyway, because this was always gonna be like a, you know, an experimental hip hop project. So that's good. You know, it just fits right in like that anyway. And it, like I said, it feels for some reason with these like particular beats that I'm picking out, I just like hooks don't feel right for me on a lot of them. Actually, like most of the ones that I've picked, like I said, the hooks are just not coming to me for it at all. So there might be ones where I just like maybe I think there's one where like I'm kind of just like saying a line like a few times over, and maybe that'll be like some semblance of a hook, but not really, if that makes sense. It's just more of a way to like break verses apart. And I know that's what a hook is too, but um yeah, it's just not like it's not like hooks that I used to write where I was trying to make it like catchy and shit and like make it so like it might appeal to like a radio or something like that. Yeah, I guess it's kind of yeah, I guess it would be kind of a bridge. Yeah, that would probably be a better way to describe it actually than a straight up hook. Um it's basically just me saying like extra levels of paranoid. I say that like maybe 3 or 4 times and then I go into the next verse or the next part of the verse like, or whatever it is. Yeah, I guess a bridge would be a better way to describe it because it's just that little part in between that's like breaking them up, but it's not. Yeah, it's not really a hook, you know. So yeah, I guess yeah, bridge is a good way to describe it. A better way to describe it than a hook. But I've been thinking about this project a lot, you know, and it feels good when I'm working on it, you know, and I'm enjoying like the whole process again. And I'm enjoying just like letting loose with it and kind of just doing what feels right rather than like doing what I feel like should be done with it, if that makes sense. I used to feel a lot of pressure like that with music to be like not necessary. I've never been the type of person that cares about like fitting in, but I used to be more concerned with like kind of following some more of the rules of like genre, you know. And now I'm kind of like done with that, you know. I'm just straight up like doing like whatever I'm feeling on it. That's what I'm gonna do, you know. And if it turns out cool, it turns out cool. And even if it doesn't, I can like rework it or like get it to a stage where I feel like it is cool, I guess. That's the way it goes, you know. I'm just like thinking now, I don't know how much more of this verse I'm gonna write today. Um I'll put on the beat another time and see if anything else comes out. But then if not, we'll just go back over the whole thing and I'll try to like spit it out. All people disappointed like a bad sequel. Believe there was a paper, but they so see-through. On my ground I stand like a steeple. Guess we ain't all equal. How you think you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? Calls this, whatever. How could you cause this with a fight like a mosh pit with a ball? How could you cause this with a fight like a mosh pit with a How could you cause this with a fight like a mosh pit and I wanted to stop? How you think you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? How could you cause this with a fights like a mosh pit when he goes this stuff? See, I'ma change the flow up like I said after that. How you think you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? And then I'll change the flow up. I'll go a little bit slower now. I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that feels right there. How you think you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? How could you cause this with the fights like a mosh pit with it on in the stone it? None it. Shit is making me nauseous and I'm this with the fights like a mosh pit. Shit is making me nauseous and I'm How could you cause this with the fights like a mosh pit? With it on it and on it. Shit are making me nauseous. Alright, I need one more line in between mosh pits and shit is making me nauseous. How could you cause this with the fights like a mosh pit? Shit are making me cause this with the fights like a mosh pit. And we on it, stop it. How could you cause this with the fights like a mosh pit? When they go to this shit is making me nauseous. Down, down. How could you cause this with the fights like a mosh pit? You're making me nauseous. I don't wanna go down.
What you say for the squash that shit are making me nauseous. How could you cause this with a fight like a mosh pit? Squash it.
Alright. That may be a temporary line, but we'll see.
How could you cause this with a fight's like a mosh pit? Why you just couldn't squash it? Shit is making me nauseous.
Alright, let's see what we got so far. Oh, and I forgot the first lines. I didn't finish those either. Overthinking just about everything. Lay awake at night, resentful things. Said I do much and I never change it. Story of my life got so many pages. Say single one of them it says the same shit. All work and no play makes slick a dull boy. All work and no play makes slick a dull boy. I don't wanna deal with it or them neither. Need a breather. Cause the feelings like a wide receiver and I was deceived with the dose of lethal. And it really wasn't all people, just the wrong people. Disappointed like a bad sequel. To believe there was a fake but they so see-through. On my ground I stand like a steeple. Guess we already created all equal. Guess we ain't create. I didn't do that bar at all, so I don't know how to deliver that. Alright, let me start over here. And it really wasn't all people, just the wrong people. Disappointed like a bad sequel. Believe there was a fake, but they so see-through. On my ground I stand just like a steeple. Guess we ain't created all equal. Guess we ain't created all. Guess we ain't created all. Guess we ain't created all equal. How you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? How could you cause this with the fights like a mosh pit? Why you just couldn't squash it? Shit is making me nauseous. Son of a bitch, then I want them but not me. Alright, and I need 2 more lines like that too. And I want to have this verse like on the stream a couple times too for my own reference, because sometimes I'll like write like a verse a certain way and I won't like, I'll like practice it out while I'm doing it like I'm doing now, but I don't have it recorded. So sometimes I'll go back a while later and I'll put on the beats. I'll be in like a different frame of mind on a different day, some like weeks down the line. And then I start reading the lyrics that I wrote and like to the beat that I did it to, and I just can't remember how I was like delivering the lines, how I was flowing and stuff like that. And then it throws me all off because I feel like then when that happens, like the lyrics don't make any sense just because like I said, I'm like in a different like frame of mind and stuff. So I feel like this is a good thing that I have it on stream now so I can refer back to it later, and then I'll be like, oh, that's how I was flowing on it. So then when it comes time to like record this shit, then I know how to do it. But I like recording as well. Like once I'll record a song maybe like 3-4 different times on like completely different days, and I'll just keep doing it like that. I'll record a number of versions, and then I find like each time it'll get better, like my delivery, because it gets to a point where then I've like learned the lyrics in my head rather than like having to read it off a piece of paper. And when that happens, then you get like a more natural performance on the mic, I find, you know. So that's a good place to be at once you like. Well, that's why I'll like record 3-4 times the same verse and like keep practicing it. And then when it comes time, when I know it's time to like do the final takes, then I'm good to go. I don't even have to read off the paper no more. You know, I just like know the words, and I just spit them out. And I like doing like when I'm recording verses too. I like doing it all in one take. I know most people don't do it like that, but that's the way I try to do it. I just like doing it like that. I always have. I don't like break it up like sentence by sentence and do different takes like that. Maybe I should, but just the way I do it, you know. La la la. Yeah. Overthinking just everything, lay awake at night, resentful things. Said I do much and it never changes. Story of my life got so many pages. Say a single one of them is does the same shit. I work and no pay, make slicker dull boy. I work and no play, make slicker dull boy. I don't wanna deal with it of them neither. Need a breather. Caught the feelings like a wide receiver, and I was deceived with a dope that's lethal. And it really wasn't all people, just the wrong people. Disappointed like a bad sequel. Believe they opaque what they all see through. Ground I stand like a steeple. And guess we ain't created all equal. How you think you gonna be slick with a motherfucker that's called slick? How could you cause this with the fights like a mosh pit while you just couldn't squash it? Shit is making me nauseous. Alright, good. So we have that take down, like I said, on live stream. Obviously I'll work on the delivery of a couple of those lines, and then I gotta work on, I think I've maybe put like 2 more lines at the end of that, and then just fill in the words on the first bars too that I have left blank right there. But I think for the most part I'm gonna for the most part, I like this verse, to be honest. I like the way that the deliveries that I've came up with here. I like them. I like what I'm saying, and I think that I'm gonna be able to deliver them quite cool in my style once I'm, recording and stuff like that. I'll be able to get more noisy and shit like that. It's kind of late now to do that, so I'm not going to be recording tonight, but I like recording more during the day just because of where I live. I try to be considerate of my neighbors. Sometimes they have their kid that stays here next door and stuff like that. I do have soundproofing on my wall, but I want to be considerate, So I don't like recording at nighttime, really, like recording lyrics. But as long as I got that delivery down, that's fine. I'm glad to have that on the stream for my own reference later on. I'm trying to think if I should fill in this now. Let me see. Or maybe that's fine. Maybe if I leave that just the way it is, that might be okay. Overthinking just about everything. Lay awake at night. Resentful things. See, it's that bar that I'm concerned about where I'm just saying resentful things and that's it. Oh, damn. Yeah, you got to get some sleep. I'm about to wrap up the stream anyway, so thank you so much for kicking it with me. I'm glad you had a good time. This has been fun. I gotta agree with you on that. And I'll definitely be doing more writing streams now because I did this one and I feel like it was pretty successful. Like I said, it was enjoyable for me. It was enjoyable for you. So that's a success in my book, But yeah, definitely you gotta try to get some sleep. And like I said, you won't be missing much. I'm wrapping up now anyway, so thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate that. And take care. I hope you have a good one. I'll see you soon, though, yeah. Yeah, so I might just leave that bar right there blank for now, or else just maybe I'll just leave it like that. Leave it with a little more space. And then it's these last bars right here that I may be concerned with. How could I slay? How could you cause this with a fight's like a mosh pit? Why you just couldn't squash it? Shoulda making me nauseous. Alright, you know what? I'm going to leave that as the last bar for now, and then I will see once I record in this verse and stuff like that. I'll see if that's a good place to leave it, to where it like goes into the next part of the verse or whatever is gonna end up being the case with this track. I'm not entirely sure yet if this is going to be like one long verse or if it's gonna have a bridge or a hook to break it up. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like that's a good place to leave it for this. Let's call it a part of the verse for now. I think that sounds good. I think that feels right, and I'm happy with what I got done on that today. And like I said, I'm happy that I got this first writing stream done, and that it was fun and that it went well. So yeah, I'm happy with all that, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night for this one, guys. But be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to stay up to date on me with my journey and making my project, seeing it come to life, all of that good stuff. I really appreciate you. And I will be back soon with another live stream for sure. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do now. Actually, I might make another beat, or I might actually play some PS2. I'm not entirely sure. Just trying to think if I should live stream that or not. Maybe I will. So yeah, if you're subscribed to my channel, you might actually see me in a couple more minutes playing some PS2, but I'll decide. I'll play it by ear and see how it goes. I kind of feel like that's what I want to do right now, but I'll see what's happening when I come off the stream. Anyway, later, guys.